Hey guys, what is going on? This is Wrestlelamia, back with another episode. It's time for another edition of Smackdown, but tonight's show is centered around a special tribute to The Undertaker. Join us now as Wrestlelamia analyzes the 26th June edition of Friday Night Smackdown, as well as the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including some chilling COVID news in the WWE, a Raw main eventer headed to NXT, who was originally planned as the leader of the Dark Order, more WWE releases coming, and more. As always, Wrestlelamia isn't going to recap the matches, but look at the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. The good. High-quality hype videos. The WWE has been producing high-quality hype and tribute videos for years that rival or outshine any sport. Whether it's past videos such as the recent hype video for the 22nd June episode of Raw, the tribute video to Ric Flair when he retired, or tonight's video celebrating the career of The Undertaker, the WWE knows how to incorporate music and video seamlessly, raising the fans' emotions for a match or show to come, or evoking a mix of nostalgia and admiration for whoever is being celebrated. Lemons into lemonade. Wrestlelamia has covered the WWE's arrogant blunders about its handling of the current pandemic that we don't need to mention it further here. But tonight's SmackDown required a complete reworking thanks to the absence of key players and other last-minute changes. Thankfully, the WWE has plenty of archival footage to present to the fans, and as fortune would have it, The Undertaker's recent retirement revelation made it easy to justify a Tribute to The Undertaker program, even if it took up much of the show. Throwing in the previously unaired Boneyard match, and the WWE gave the fans a big match in addition to some regular matches featuring the Blue Brand's wrestlers. Building heat off a retired wrestler. King Corbin has established his heel act as an arrogant jerk quite well, so it wasn't a shocker to see him show up during the Undertaker tribute show and start badmouthing the beloved star. That put heat on Corbin and provided a convenient excuse for Jeff Hardy, who had a memorable program with Taker in 2002 that started Jeff's build into a single star, to show up and beat some sense into King Corbin and set up tonight's main event. A chilling challenge. Braun Strowman's challenge to Bray Wyatt is a reminder that the big man has some serious microphone skills in addition to getting around well in the ring. Strowman's tale of a snake biting Bray Wyatt in the face repeatedly with Bray laughing set the stage for Strowman's tale of how he fell under the serpent's influence and became enamored with doing wicked things. Strowman calling Wyatt out to battle at their old stomping grounds in the swamp seemed to be a challenge for Strowman himself to either put his demons away forever or to give in to them. Judging from Strowman's facial expressions and sinister laugh, fans may be seeing a slow heel turn, and if so, it could be one of the best ones in recent memory. A big main event. The WWE rounded out its tribute to The Undertaker with Jeff Hardy fighting King Corbin to defend the Phenom's honor, eventually defeating Corbin in an exciting match. The presence of many babyfaces at ringside added some excitement to the show as they cheered Hardy on, and the post-match beatdown on Corbin by Big E, Braun Strowman, and Matt Riddle was a fun way to end the show. The bad. Another good showing from SmackDown with nothing bad to speak of. The downright ugly. If you want to point out the ugliness of the WWE continuing shows with a potentially serious COVID outbreak, Wrestlelamia won't argue with you. But tonight's show itself was good, with the WWE forwarding the Strowman vs. Wyatt feud, setting up Nikki Cross as Bayley's challenger for the SmackDown Women's Championship at Extreme Rules, and featuring a number of WWE main eventers putting Taker over in video appearances. News. Rumor: WWE prohibited wrestlers from wearing masks. A disturbing report from Wrestling Inc.'s Raj Giri, who revealed a developmental talent contacted him via email about the WWE's handling of the virus. According to the story, according to the talent relations informed them they cannot come out publicly or make any statements. This was reportedly sent to wrestlers and not to other employees, as Renee Young, Jamie Noble, Kayla Braxton, and Adam Pearce have noted on social media that they've tested positive for COVID-19. It was noted that the company would take care of any medical treatments if needed. WWE said that they would handle public relations for the testing and that only those that needed to know about our condition would know, as HIPAA laws would prevent them from making our names public. As noted in an earlier report, the WWE is also asking talent if they've done anything to expose themselves to the virus. According to the report, the talent noted the questionnaire that WWE asks them to fill out, with one of the questions asking if they'd done anything to put themselves at risk, which would be attending large gatherings or not wearing a mask where it's suggested to do so. It was noted that wrestlers attending amusement parks and beaches were still performing. At the risk of sounding cynical, Wrestlelamia wonders whether the WWE is looking for any way to explain a wrestler or employee becoming infected other than the obvious fact that the company has put its wrestlers and staff at risk by running shows with lax safeguards. Excerpts from the anonymous wrestler. The anonymous wrestler's email contains some shocking information that will let you process for yourself. Here are two major excerpts. While I appreciate WWE's assistance in helping those of us during these unprecedented times, WWE put us in this position in the first place. They continue to tape multiple shows a day that averaging 10 to 12 hours plus for at least 2, sometimes 3 days in a row. Those in the audience are kept in air-conditioned tents away from the active talent and staff that are housed in other sets of tents on PC property. Most people were not tested until last week, as they were told they didn't believe the validity of some of the testing being done. They figured they would have their own so-called testing, which included temperature checks and a medical evaluation form, but no testing for COVID-19. Look where it got them now. This information corresponds with the rumors that have been floating around concerning the WWE's handling of its shows. However, what follows is disturbing, as it would seem to support a serious allegation the WWE has denied, that Kevin Dunn told fans not to wear masks. Some people were asked to invite friends, family, and some fans they befriended to attend shows at the PC. How do you think they feel now, knowing potentially they put those regarded as close to them in harm's way? And yes, it was true that Kevin Dunn did not allow fans to wear masks and made a scene twice over the PA to not wear masks. It's a shame these people came out to support the talent and company they love and were treated this way. It's always difficult to take one anonymous report as evidence, but is it possible too many people were afraid to step forward? What do you think of this anonymous email, and should it be taken seriously? Let us know in the comments below. 2 big segments scheduled for Raw. The WWE announced 2 contract signings for the 29th June Raw, Asuka and Sasha Banks, and Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler. Vince McMahon must love him some contract signings, as they're always being featured. Velveteen Dream involved in a car crash and may be released from WWE. Bad news for NXT superstar Velveteen Dream on more than one front. Fightful.com's Sean Ross Sapp is reporting, WWE has confirmed to me that Velveteen Dream was in a car accident today and has been released from the hospital. That's only the beginning of Dream's problems, as his name has come up in the #SpeakingOut movement and allegations were made beforehand. Several sites are reporting that it's only a matter of time before the WWE releases him. WWE unloading more talent? Velveteen Dream may not be the only WWE superstar on the way out of the company. Sean Ross Sapp also discussed rumors that WWE is serious about cleaning up the roster from what I hear in regards to many problematic wrestlers. One name that has been mentioned in the past is Sami Zayn, who's reportedly been difficult to deal with even after the WWE put the Intercontinental Championship on him. Randy Orton heading to NXT? An interesting report coming from WrestleTalk's Louis Dangoor. In an exclusive story, Dangoor reports, "Our sources tell us that Randy Orton has thrown about the idea of working with some of NXT's roster, with Ciampa being one of the people he would be keen to work with. We've also heard that other names such as Adam Cole have been discussed. Tommaso Ciampa has previously rejected a full-time move to Raw or SmackDown, being unwilling to work with Raw or SmackDown's taping schedule. However, with shows likely going to be at the Performance Center for the foreseeable future, we've been told that he'd be more open to doing a one-off program with Orton on Raw." According to Dangoor, fans may see the Legend Killer on the Black and Gold brand in an attempt to boost the program's ratings. With Orton being one of the hottest heels on Raw, it doesn't make much sense for him to go to NXT, but the WWE could write him off the red brand with a storyline suspension to his most recent nefarious activities. If Orton does head to NXT, who would you like to see him wrestle? Original plans for the Exalted one. During a new episode of Talk is Jericho, Chris Jericho spoke with Japanese wrestler Dr. Luther about who was originally slated to play the Dark Order's mysterious leader, the Exalted One. Jericho told Luther he'd pitched him as a possible candidate, but the idea was rejected, as was the possibility of wrestling manager James Mitchell. "I think the original plan was Marty Scurll to be the leader of the Dark Order. Then they wanted Matt Hardy, which then morphed of course to Luke Harper. So I think that Luther was kind of out of the equation because they had other guys." According to Le Champion, the Young Bucks came up with the idea of the Exalted One. The mystery of the group's leader proved to be an interesting storyline, but Brody Lee's revelation as the Exalted One has been met with different reactions rather than universal praise. Hulk Hogan in the hospital. Last but not least, Hulk Hogan posted the following message on Twitter. "Ouch once again, brother." No details on why the Hulkster is hospitalized, but Wrestlelamia wishes him a fast recovery and will keep you updated. Well guys, there you have it, Wrestlemania's analysis of the 26th June Smackdown, as well as the wildest wrestling news stories and rumors you need to know. Did you watch tonight's show? If so, what did you think? Be sure to leave your comments, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll see you next time for some more wrestling content.